Hello everybody, my name is Beck. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing my February TBR and I'll be pulling 5 prompts from this TBR jar. I am very indecisive, so this is the best way and it has worked. In my previous month I pulled out 6 prompts. One was a DNF, and so far I'm filming this on the 26th of January and I've read 3 out of the 5 books that I pulled out from my physical catalogue, and one was digital, which is the one I DNF. I will be doing a wrap-up video towards the end of the month and we will go from there. So without further ado, they're not really prompts. I wrote out the book title because I'm very indecisive, so might as well get to the point and read the book that I pull out. The first one that I have is number 4 of a reading journal, and I wrote out a number system, so I actually don't know what number 4 is. Be right back. Number 4 on my 26 books in 2026 is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren, one of the books that I've been planning to read for a couple of years now, and it is summer in Australia, so it's perfect. Book 1 will be that in my 26 books in 2026. Second prompt in the jar. I've got 2, so we'll just focus on one. It's another number book I can see. So number 7 will be The Wedding People by Alison Espach. I have a digital copy of that. And then number 3, this is a lengthy one. Got Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy. This one I'm a bit on the fence about because I know this is based in high school and I do believe there's some bullying aspect. Last month's TBR I got Paper Princess, which is like a bully romance based in high school, and I did not have a great time with that. But nevertheless, I've had this book for a very long time and I have the entire series. Here's to hoping. Number 4. I'm trying to get them from the bottom. Number 4 I have Bad Publicity by Bianca Gillian. My handwriting is atrocious, just trust and believe that's what it is. So I've got 4. Last but not least, let's try to find something that I might like. I know I bought all these books and I got them a couple of years ago, so my reading tastes have significantly changed throughout the years, so who knows. I'm trying to finish my physical TBR. As you can tell, like, it's getting atrocious. Got Her Majesty Royal Coven. I've also had this book for a very long time. Oh my gosh, it's focusing. So these are the 5 books that I'm going to read in the month of February, hopefully. I think Her Majesty Royal Coven might be fantasy, but aside from that, I've got 4 contemporary, 1 fantasy, 1 that is YA or new age, and the rest should be adult, contemporary / fantasy romance. And 2 of them are from my 26 books in 2026. My last month's TBR jar pull, I finished 3 out of the 5 books, but I did continue the series with one of the books that I picked out, which was like Paper Princess, which I mentioned earlier. So let's go and pull those books out. You guys don't normally get to see the perspective from here, but I've got Bad Publicity and The Paradise Problem at the same location. I just have to move all these books up on top to grab these 2, but look at the... When I wrote out this list, I must have known, but I did pull them out randomly, so who knows. As you can probably tell from the stuff from my backdrop, I have rearranged the books just so I could find these copies of the books that I pulled out from the TBR jar. So the first one we have is Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. I really like this cover. I've seen the American version of this book and I must say I prefer this one. It's very eye-catching and I've had this book for a very, very long time. I'm really glad I'm going to have a chance to read this book, and I know a couple of my friends also have this, so it'll be interesting to see if they've read this book and we can compare and contrast, and maybe we can buddy read if not. So if you own this book and you like to buddy read with me, let me know. It does have a romance subplot. I don't know if it's like romance in general. Talks about witches, so there we have it. Love the cover as well. This one I'm on the fence about because unfortunately for me, I did have to do a NetGalley arc review for one of the later books, and that one did not like, and I should have read the whole series in order. I only know enough and I did get spoiled, and some of the stuff that happens in these books I don't particularly love. These way early on in my booktube situation, I've seen these books pop up on my FYP. Now that I have grown into my reading taste and I kind of regret some purchasing choices that I've made in the past, but nevertheless I have it, I might as well attempt to read and see if I like the first book of the series of the Lancaster prep novels, Things I Want to Say by Monica Murphy. I have read several of Monica Murphy's books, especially her adult contemporary romance. They hit and miss for me. I read them as rom-coms, but this one, I think some of them do have a bullying aspect trope in it, and I was previously reading a bully romance in my previous January TBR, and it's very hit and miss for me. I don't particularly love it, especially if it's based in high school, which is in general, even if it's a loving relationship, I just don't gravitate towards books that are based in high school or even university or college for that matter. To be completely frank, I feel like I'm too old to be reading those sorts of relationships, and I don't really care for it as much, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm in my 30s and I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I just gravitate towards adult contemporary romance or adult fantasy romance. It makes more sense to me because at some point in my life, of course I related, but now I don't particularly care for it. But we'll see what happens. I'll give this a honest go, and I've also heard like really bad things about the second book of the series, but we'll try out with the first book and see how it goes. And these two I'm more into and I really want to read them. That's why I bought all of these books. At one point I did really want to read them, but these two I genuinely am looking forward to. So I have The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I've put this in my TBR so many times. I thought this was a sequel to The Honeymooners, but there is actually in fact a sequel to that. This is a sequel to another series that I've also started that I can't think of on top of my head, but I have read several of Christina Lauren's work. It's a duo. Some of the stuff hit and miss, but I am looking forward to it. It is summer in Australia, so it would be perfect, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. Then I have Bad Publicity by Bianca Gillen. I just love these eye-catching cartoony covers, which a lot of people do not like, but these colorful covers, cartoony covers, they work for me. This one is a senior book publicist that has, I don't know if it's like a rival, no, it's closest and a author's romance. So we have that. These two look, actually no, that's not true. And I also have The Wedding People, that's a digital copy. These three, looking forward to. This one, I'm on the fence about, but I have it, so I might as well give it an honest go. I know it's really hard because I already have a preconceived notion of what it could be about, a feeling that I'm not gonna like it, but we'll see. I have it. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna have to donate this whole entire series if I don't like it. But here's to hoping that I can find some enjoyment out of it. If not, then I will report back. If you would like to see my January TBR wrap-ups and see how I've done for the TBR jar, let me know. I will also do that. But for the most part, these are the books I'm going to attempt to read in the month of February. It is a shorter month, and I do have some plans coming up in Feb and March that this month might be a bit busier than usual, so we'll see how I go. I'm also doing 75 booked. So far so good. Reading is not an issue for me. Drinking water on the other hand, I do drink a lot of liquids and waters and coffee and all of the stuff. 2 giant bottles of water is crazy because I do have like a Stanley dupe, and that's a bit too much. So every session I'm going to do half and half because I can't do it. But reading for an hour and a half every day is no biggie for me because I don't really consume any other form of media. But nevertheless, I will be reading additional things on top of it. I might stray, but should be doable. 5 physical books so far has worked for me in a month. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below to let me know what kind of books you're looking forward to. Are you doing 75 hard, or are you doing 75 booked? Are you doing any reading challenges? What books are you planning to read this month or the upcoming month? And hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from me, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!